Ganas. So once even Lord Narayana asked Lord Shiva, even I am finding it difficult to manage this Bhuta Ganas. How are you doing it? How are you able to do it? So Lord Shiva said, I am not Bhutapati, I am Bhutadasa. I am not the controller of Bhuta Ganas. I am the servant of them. Because I am servant of them, they accepted me as the master. This is the psychology of the material world. Don't try to become the leader. They will pull you down. You be the servant, they will make you the leader. This is the secret in ISKCON also. You want to boss things, they will pull you down. They will stamp you, kick you out of the place. Be a servant, they will put you on the pedestal. So Lord Shiva said, I am not Bhutapati, I am Bhutadasa. Because I am servant of all the Bhuta Ganas. They made me the leader. So what happened? Lord, that's a secret. Then Krishna became so happy. Then he asked Lord Shiva, what boon you want? I can make you the head of any department you want. You can ask. And Krishna went to the extreme of saying, even if you want my position, I am happy to give it to you, Lord Shiva. You please take over. I just want to be your servant. What is your boon? And Lord Shiva said, I simply wanted to be your devotee and never want to forget your lotus feet at any circumstance. That is how Lord Shiva was glorified as Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu. He simply asked that boon. I wanted to remember only this and nothing else. You see what kind of seva Lord Shiva got? Controlling Bhuta Gana. Another time they were churning the milk ocean expecting nectar, but poison came out. Nectar they took and poison they gave it to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva was not very angry. Like, you go for the Sunday, Friday program in the temple and, they make you wash the pot, cook everything, serve everything and finally no prasadam for you. Prasadam they have eaten, nothing. We will feel little bad, And if this continues again and again and again, we will feel very bad. But here, nectar is taken by Devas and poison is given to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva happily took those poison. And Narada is even glorifying, you are the worshipable deity of Yadus. Yadavas, Krishna's family, they are worshipping you. Not only that, Krishna got Pradyumna as his son simply by worshipping you. You are the worshipable deities, Then Narada said, you are none other than the Supreme Lord Narayana. When Narada said this, Lord Shiva jumped from his seat. He ran to Narada and closed his mouth. And genuinely Lord Shiva was angry at Narada for saying this. Lord Shiva became very angry. How many of us will feel uncomfortable and angry when devotees are glorifying us? When some devotee is coming and glorifying, Prabhuji, you are great, you are like this, you are like that. Will you get angry? I don't think so. We will happily enjoy that glorification. And we will say, Prabhuji, okay, it is all Krishna's mercy, Prabhu. We will say artificially, but our mind will be hankering, please go and tell this to another 10 people. And please tell this to me whenever, yes, on Ashutosh Prabhu is typing, Aniyor, yes. Glorify me more, and we will be hankering for glorification. But Lord Shiva genuinely closed Narada's mouth. And Narada is still not stopping. Narada is saying, in Chitraketu Leela, how did you control your anger? When Chitraketu was insulting you, he was making fun of you. And you were insulted in front of thousands and thousands of sages. How did you control your anger? So Narada is going on and on and on. So finally Lord Shiva closed Narada's mouth and said, stop, enough. I will tell you honestly, I am in charge of tamas. if Krishna loves me so much, why did he give me tamas? Why I have to dwell in the ignorance? And sometimes I feel because I am handling tamas is influencing me little, here and there. So I was feeling so bad. But look at that small boy. My inspiration is Prahlad. Look at that small boy, tiny boy. For him, Lord Narayana broke all the protocol and came in front of him. But, I am with him, but, he sees that I am getting influenced by tamas. And saying all this, Lord Shiva started panting and breathing heavily, feeling so bad, so remorse, and Lord Shiva fell unconscious. A genuine separation from Krishna. He felt that. So the lesson from Lord Shiva's episode is Atma Rama. Sanatana Goswami says, Lord Shiva is a personification of self-satisfaction. Nothing can agitate or disturb Lord Shiva in the 14 planetary system. Nothing. He is beyond dvandvas. He is beyond appreciation and insult. Nothing. When he was insulted, when he was glorified, when Daksha cursed him, when Chitraketu made fun of him, Lord Shiva was never disturbed. Atma Rama. That is why Lord Shiva is called Niranjana. Ekatma Niranjan means he is completely satisfied with himself. He doesn't need anything external to become happy. But in our case, it is not like that. To remain happy, to remain peaceful and satisfied, we need family, we need friends, we need wealth, we need some kind of engagement. And once in a while, people should entertain us, and sometimes people should appreciate us. Then only we will remain peaceful. We are very far from what is real spirituality. Atmaram, a person who is completely confined to himself, completely satisfied with himself and not expecting anything external. Jataparatha in Bhagavatam, he was like that. Atma, fully satisfied. So this is the lesson from Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva started speaking the glories of Prahlad. How deep they were. Just for him, Krishna appeared and broke all the protocols, and so much of mercy. That small boy's bhakti, I should, like this, Lord Shiva was saying so many things and fell unconscious. Then next, Narada moved to Prahlad's place. So while moving, he went through Vaikuntavasi. So one statement Lord Shiva said was, I am not directly in touch with Narayana like Prahlad has. Whatever I am doing for the Supreme Lord is all indirect. And Prahlad, this is a beautiful chapter in Brhad Bhagavtamrta, because Prahlad's story gives, explains about complete absorption, total smarana. So here in the purport, Acharyas are explaining, devotees find so many difficult situations in the community of devotees. Sometimes we have some kind of a competition. Sometimes we get hurt by the behavior of other devotees. And sometimes, we seek some appreciation. We feel uneasy. We feel like keeping away from the association for some time, or keep away from certain group of devotees. All these things goes on in the mind of a devotee. And this portion of Brhad Bhagavtamrta says, if you have a complete, total absorption in Krishna consciousness, nothing will affect us. And if a devotee is really serious about Krishna consciousness, he has to plan himself to get completely engaged. Smarana. In Navavidha Bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. and Vishnu Smaranam is Prahlad. Total absorption, So that is why, in Prabhupada's time, you can see many examples. Somebody will go and tell Prabhupada ji, I am chanting 64 rounds every day, and I feel that ecstasy, I feel bliss. I did this. Prabhupada said, okay, very good, go and wash the vessels in the kitchen. Prabhupada will not appreciate the devotee chanting 64 rounds. Imagine if some devotee comes and tells us, Prabhuji, for every day I am chanting 64 rounds, what we will say? Hari Bol Prabhu, you are amazing, you are great, you are Namacharya, we will say all that thing. But Prabhupada will say, okay, very good, go and clean the pots in kitchen. Another devotee came and said, Vrindavan is my life, Prabhupada. I go around, I feel like rolling on the street, in front of all the temples and this and that, and all these things. So Prabhupada told him, don't go around Vrindavan without a senior devotees, without a proper guidance. Another devotee came and told in Mayapur, Radha Madhav is so beautiful, so attractive. I feel like sitting in front of the deities for continuous day and chanting. Prabhupada said, very good, go and distribute books. Prabhupada never appreciated these statements. Prabhupada very well understood we are not in that stage. We are not in that level. We are completely disturbed. We can easily get disturbed and influenced by the material nature. So Prabhupada wanted our senses to completely engage in Krishna's seva. So a devotee, who is a successful devotee? A successful devotee is a person who learns the trick of packing his day with activities related to Krishna. Once His Holiness Jagat Swami Maharaj said, in English there is some phrase, you bite what you can chew, something like that. There is a phrase, you should bite what you can chew, or something like that. So he said, in bhakti you bite a little more than you can chew, because your service limit should be like that. Suppose my service limit is 50, you should take responsibility of 55. You should never get a free time. You go and hit the bed, next moment you should go in deep sleep. Wake up, Hari Bol, again start your day. And you keep yourself busy for 20 years, you turn back and see, you would have progressed so much in Krishna consciousness. Chanting, reading, preaching, physical seva is also important. Some kind of cleaning, we have to, it should be packed nicely. A total absorption is very important. Otherwise, you see, in practical Krishna consciousness, many senior devotees have left. Why? They have not packed themselves with full absorption. After some time, they become senior. When they become a senior, there is a lot of vacuum. There is no total engagement and mind goes crazy, So we have to pack ourselves, come total absorption in things related. And Lord Shiva said, Prahlad is the best example for that. So Narada is going to Prahlad now. And when Narada is going to Prahlad, Narada is happy, he is doubly happy, because one is Lord Shiva glorified Prahlad, second is Prahlad is his disciple. When he came to know the glories of Prahlad about his disciple, Narada became even more happy. Then Narada is going and glorifying his disciple Prahlad. And he said, Prahlad, you are amazing. All the devas are glorifying you. And the greatest glory about you is forgive and forget. This is an amazing thing in Prahlad's Leela. Amazing thing. When Narsinghadev, with all the blood hands, intestine around his neck, when Narsinghadev lifted Prahlad and put us on his lap, and Puranas and Bhagavatam says, Narsinghadev was 120 times bigger than Prahlad. So you can understand the size of Prahlad in front of Narsinghadev. Narsinghadev is 120 times huge. So he took Prahlad and put him on his lap. and with all their bloody hands, full of blood and intestine.